Hello and welcome to English Review with Professor Glenda Carrion. In this video, we're going to work on adjectives, but more specifically, possessive adjectives. First, I would like to review what is an adjective. Adjectives are words that describe or modify other words, making your writing and speaking more specific and a whole lot more interesting. Words like small, blue, and sharp are descriptive, and they are all examples of adjectives because adjectives are used to identify or quantify individual people and unique things. They are usually positioned before the noun or pronoun that they modify. Some sentences contain multiple adjectives. So remember that the adjective will modify a noun or a pronoun to make it more interesting. That is why words like small, pequeño, blue, azul, sharp, afilado, se utilizan para modificar o describir un nombre o un pronombre. So the adjectives that are the more simple adjectives are the descriptive ones, the ones that I just mentioned before. But we're going to be talking about different kinds of adjectives. In English, there are many kinds of adjectives. We're going to work today on some of them, at least in this video. And in other videos, I'm going to touch other types of adjectives. But for now, let's review the descriptive adjectives. In the following examples, the highlighted words are adjectives. Descriptive. They live in a big, beautiful, I should say, city. So big and beautiful. Ellos viven en una ciudad muy grande y bonita. Fíjense que en español los adjetivos están después del verbo. Normalmente nosotros los utilizamos después del nombre, perdón, o del sustantivo. En el caso de inglés, los adjetivos se utilizan antes del sustantivo, antes del nombre, antes del pronombre. They live in a big, beautiful city. Ellos viven en una ciudad bonita y grande. Nosotros diríamos eso. Ellos dicen big, beautiful city. Okay? Since it's a hot day, Lisa is wearing a sleeveless shirt. I'm sorry, but for some reason, it didn't come up completely. Okay. Since it is a hot day, un día caluroso, Luisa lleva puesto una camisa sin mangas. Sleeveless significa sin mangas. The mountaintop are covered in sparkling snow. El tope de las montañas están cubiertas con nieve brillante. Sparkling es brillante. So all these adjectives that we're talking about now are descriptive because they are describing, están describiendo la montaña, está describiendo la nieve, está describiendo la camisa. ¿Cómo es? La están modificando. No es lo mismo decir camisa que decir camisa con manga, camisa sin manga, camisa azul, camisa rosa, camisa de algodón, camisa. Estamos describiendo o dos camisas o tres camisas. Los números también describen. So, all of that are adjectives. On her birthday, Brenda received an antique vase filled with fragrant flowers. Okay, so fragrant, olorosas flores o flores olorosas. But today we're not working on descriptive adjectives because you already know how to use these. We're going to work on possessive adjective, and that is the review that I want to give you today. The possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, our, their, and whose. A possessive adjective sits before a noun or a pronoun to show who or what owns it. The examples are, where is Jane? I have her hat. We're talking about Jane's hat. Jane is the owner of the hat. And because Jane, the pronoun to describe Jane or to state Jane will be she, then we have her hat because Jane is a she. So depending on who you are referring to in the sentence, who is the owner, you would change the possessive adjective. The boys have left their toys in the gardens. The boys would be substituted by they. Therefore, if they left toys, they would be their toys. That would be the correct possessive adjective. I have seen your dog. The pronoun would be you, and then obviously I'm seeing your dog. So for every personal pronoun, we will have a corresponding possessive adjective. I am going to show you what is the correspondence between personal pronoun and possessive adjective, and then we're going to look at an example. The personal pronoun is I, the owner is I am the owner. Therefore, when I'm speaking about an object that is my possession, I have to put my before the object. So I do not choose that my grave should be dug while I'm still alive. Yo no voy a escoger que mi tumba la excaven mientras yo estoy viva. Right? Mi tumba, porque estoy hablando de mí. Pues personal pronoun you, possessive adjective your. If you want peace, you don't talk to your friends. You talk to your enemies. Personal pronoun his, he, possessive adjective his. If a man could have half of his wishes, he would double his troubles. Personal pronoun she, possessive adjective her. She got her looks from her father. He is a plastic surgeon. Personal pronoun it, possessive adjective it's with an S, but make sure that it doesn't have an apostrophe. It's without the apostrophe would be the possessive pronoun, the possessive adjective. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. Personal pronoun they, possessive adjective their. And it's this their. It's not with an apostrophe. That is a different there. And there is not the other article that states position. That is very different. So this is the one that is possessive. There. Men are like steel. When they lose their temper, they lose their worth. And the personal pronoun who, possessive adjective whose. When do you use this? When you don't know who is the person, who is the owner, who possesses the object. The key is to keep company only with people, any person, right? You don't know. You are not specific. You're not specifying who. With people whose presence calls forth your best. So you are not being specific. There is not really a person. You are talking about a group of people, or you don't know who the owner is, right, of that presence. All right. Now let's practice a little bit. All right. So this is what you need to do. Select the possessive adjective that completes the sentence correctly. So here you have the possessive adjectives listed here. Notice that the possessive adjective can be repeated. I just put this in this box right here so you know which are the possessive adjectives that you need to select from, okay? And then you're going to complete the sentence with the correct one. The cat lives here. This is home. John is sick. Cough is getting worse. So this is whose home, right? John is sick. Whose cough is getting worse? Jill, will you ask mother for a ride? I left purse in the car. My sister says I get on nerves. All right. So take some time to answer these exercises, and then I will see you in the next video.